Hi friends, welcome to my non-gel chemistry. I am John Wensley. Today I am going to explain previous year questions from thermodynamics and thermochemistry. Let's start our section. For certain process, delta H is equal to 178 kilojoule and delta S is equal to 160 joule per Kelvin. Then what is the minimum temperature at which this process is spontaneous? So here temperature, to find the value of temperature, the value are delta H and delta S are given, but another one important condition is also given. The process is spontaneous. So delta H and delta S are related by the equation delta G is equal to delta H minus T into delta S. The condition is spontaneous. Delta G is equal to 0. Delta G is equal to 0. So delta H is equal to T into delta S. Here to find the value of T, so T is equal to delta H by delta S. Delta H how much? Delta H is equal to 178 kilojoule. So here it is joule. So converted into kilojoule is converted into joule. So 178 into 10 raised to 3 divided by delta S 160. Here the value should be, here 160 is there, here 178. So the value should be somewhat greater than the one multiple, that is slightly greater than, not need to separate calculation. So 178 divided by 16, here 160 is there, here 178 is there, so approximately 1. So 1 into 10 raised to 3, 1 into 10 raised to 3 means nearly 1000. So here the answer is 1105. So the correct option is D. So here the equilibrium condition is very important. G is equal to 0. So how to divide that mean? Here 178, 160. So 160 is just little above. So around, that is little greater than 1. So 1 into 10 raised to 3, 1000. Here 1112.5, that is Kelvin. The temperature is important. Here Kelvin scale. Delta S is in Kelvin. So this problem is same as the previous one. So here the value of delta H, delta S are given. Then here kilojoule, both are kilojoule respective. The temperature below which the reaction is spontaneous. Here also T is equal to just that of previous one. So T is equal to delta H by delta S. T is equal to delta H divided by delta S. Delta H how much? Delta H minus 400 kilojoule per mole, that is minus 20. So cancel, minus, that is 20. So the answer is 20 degree and 20 Kelvin is given. That is important. One of the option is 20 degree, another option is 20 Kelvin. So what is the correct answer? Here entropy is given in Kelvin scale. That is, so the answer is 20 Kelvin. Then the four curves A1, A2 and A1, A2, A3 and A4 are shown in PV diagram. Which one of the curve represent the adiabatic process? So we know adiabatic means Q is equal to 0. So adiabatic means Q is equal to 0. Here that is very important condition is the curve approaches both the X and Y axis. So X axis volume, Y axis pressure. That is these two curve approaches, but highly approaches mean this A4 curve, not A3 curve. A3 curve one side approaches this Y axis, but it not closely approaches the X axis. But the A4 curve highly approaches, that is it approaches both the Y axis and X axis. So the correct answer is A1, A2, A3, A4. A4 is the correct option. Move to the next problem. A person inhales 640 gram of oxygen per day. If all oxygen is used for converting sugar into carbon dioxide and water, how much sucrose? Here sugar is sucrose. C12H22O11 is consumed in the body in one day. And what is the heat evolved? Delta H for combustion is given. So here two answers. One is, first one, a person inhales 640 gram of oxygen per day if all oxygen is used for converting sugar into carbon dioxide and water. How much sucrose consumed in the body in one day? That is, here sucrose formula C6 C12 H22 O11. On oxidation burns in air to form carbon dioxide and water. First balance the equation. 12 22, so here 11, here 12 into 24, 35, here 11, so 12. Here 12 moles of oxygen. 12 moles of oxygen is 12 moles of oxygen used to oxidize, that is burn 1 mole of sucrose. 12 moles of air, that is 12 into 16, sorry, not 16, 32. 12 into 32 gram, that is equal to 342 gram. 342 gram per mole. Then by using this 640 gram oxygen per day, 640 gram oxygen is used to consume carbon dioxide. How much sucrose is consumed? So how much sucrose is consumed? That is taken as X. So here first 640 gram of oxygen per day. The person inhales 640 gram oxygen per day. So that how much sucrose to be burned? So actually original sucrose, here the oxygen is used is, according to this equation, 12 moles of oxygen, that is 12 into 32 gram, that is equal to 342. 342 is the molecular mass of sucrose. So here X is equal to, cross multiply 12 into, sorry, X is equal to 342 into 640 divided by 12 into 32. So here 32, 640, 20, 6, 10, here it is divided by 6, 5, 7. So there is how much? 570 gram. So the first answer is 570 gram. So the first answer, if 640 gram of oxygen is inhaled, how much sucrose to be used? That is 640 is equal to X. Here according to this equation 12 mole of oxygen is used. 12 mole of, so 12 into 32, that is equal to 342 gram of sucrose. And second part, if 12 moles of oxygen is used, according to this equation, if 12 mole of oxygen is used, the heat liberated is minus the heat liberated is minus 5, 6, 4, 5. If 12 moles of oxygen is used, the heat liberated. From that, if 640 gram, so 640 gram means 640 gram means 20 moles of oxygen. If 20 moles of oxygen is used, how much heat is liberated? Automatically here 640 gram is given. In the 640 gram, how many moles of oxygen is there? 20 moles of oxygen. So 20 moles of oxygen, how much amount of heat is liberated? So X is equal to minus 645 into 20 divided by 12. And dividing 6, 10. So here 5, 6, 4, 5 divided by 6, that is 9, 54. Remainder 2, 24, 4, 24, then 5, 0, 8. That is minus 940.8, that is multiplied by 8. So the answer is option B is the correct. So this is somewhat difficult problem. Write repeatedly to get more elaborate idea.